Never mess with a rancher. I grew up on a horse ranch in Colorado. We had lived there for almost 20 years when someone suddenly bought a strange, narrow strip of land right at the edge of our property, squeezed between our fence and a busy road, and even back then we couldn't understand why anyone would want to build there. We didn't even get a chance to meet them because the first thing my dad received was a letter from a lawyer saying that our fence crossed their property line by 3 to 6 inches and had to be moved immediately, or they would take us to court. My dad was a calm, reasonable man, so he tried to talk it out, offered compromises, even suggested selling them part of our land for cheap so they could build farther away from the road, but they weren't interested in any of that. They just wanted the fence gone, right away. They sued us, and they won, so we moved the fence, spending a lot of time and money, and I still remember my dad saying that these were exactly the kind of neighbors you never want to have. About a week after they moved into their new house, my dad woke me up early and took me to buy building supplies without explaining why. And not long after that, we built a pen right along our property line, directly behind their house, and brought in pigs. We fed those pigs table scraps and compost leftovers, and if you've ever smelled pigs on that kind of diet, you know that after a month, you can barely get close without your eyes watering. The neighbors went to court again, but this time they lost because the land was zoned agricultural, and my dad had made sure everything was completely legal, and the smell only bothered the people it was meant to bother. In the fall, we sold the pigs, but my dad stacked new building materials next to the pen and calmly told the neighbors we would be expanding the operation in the spring. And by January, when the ground was frozen and there was no smell, they sold the house and moved away. As soon as they were gone, we tore the pen down. The new neighbors never smelled a thing. We're still friends with them to this day, and I learned one simple rule: never mess with a rancher. Never mess with a rancher.